Momentum of the Ground podcast.
You still don't get a feed, do you?
A what?
Of the intro?
No. Yeah, I still don't get it. I didn't
Someday.
even hear it starting.
Someday.
I'm sitting here like just waiting.
You're sitting here just waiting.
Yeah.
Well, it's over.
Well, it's on.
There's no more waiting, Brian.
The wait's finally over. We're back.
Fuck, it's been a long time.
Holy moly. It's been forever.
Ooh, we got a peeking on here.
Forever.
24.
24? This is 24?
24, yep. Do you remember where you were when you were 24?
Probably the same place I am right now.
Wait, how old are you right now?
25.
Oh, yeah, 25. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we celebrate your birthday on, 22.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Back in August.
Where the fuck was I when I was 24? Probably wearing a bunch of brown because I thought brown was fucking cool when I was 24.
The color brown?
Yes. I wore a lot of brown t-shirts and brown colored shirts. I was into this mode of reinventing myself into this intellectual fucking monk.
Oh, gotcha. And brown was your colors, huh?
Brown was my color. Yep. Obviously it didn't work. I just looked like an asshole. We're just walking around in all brown.
Oh, I'm trying to Periscope right now, but it says the connection is too poor.
Too poor? Well, get some money, buddy.
I'm trying.
You want a Periscope?
Oh, maybe it would help if I wasn't on data right now, huh?
Yeah, hook up to the Wi-Fi.
Why can't I hook up to your Wi-Fi? Oh, it's locked.
Here you go.
Password?
Here's your password.
Give me the password.
So Brian's got no computer today.
No computer.
So if he looks to be rude,
Yeah, it's not
playing
'cause
around
I'm
on his
being
phone.
rude, yeah.
It's because it's his avenue to data, to the World Wide Web.
This is where I'm getting my information from today, everybody.
No books, all screens.
That's right.
Brought to you by green stuff in a bottle. I need a cleanse.
A cleanse? Is that what that is?
No, it's just a shake.
Oh,
A fucking really green shake.
I gotcha.
So episode 24 is brought to you on the, what is it called? The platform of Podbean.com. Podbean.com, which is what we use for our podcast. It's nice because you can get on there, log in, sign up, and use it for free. And on the free account, you can use 50 megabytes of free data. Which means if you do 45 minutes of talking a bunch of shit, you can probably put two episodes up, which is how we work it. For a free site with a free RSS feed, 2. Yeah? Are you piecing out?
2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
2.
2 episodes. And free RSS feed, which will hook up to your iTunes account, which iTunes is, I believe, one of the better, if not the best site for people to get, obviously, music,
Yes.
download podcasts. Because I think this is still a new medium of entertainment, or just things to listen to, or just shit to do.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely still fresh.
which means not everybody's going to have a Stitcher app or use podcast app.
Yeah.
So if you tell people most people have iPhones. Is that an iPhone?
This is an iPhone.
There you go. You're part of the cult.
A 4S.
Yeah, so you can get right on iTunes on it probably. Things probably pre-downloaded on there, right?
Get what? iTunes? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It comes on here automatically.
Yeah, see? So we're already in your pocket. We're just 2 clicks away, guys.
That's
clicks
it.
away.
It's so easy.
If you want to hear this bullshit.
So easy.
Yeah.
And I'm about to start us up on Periscope right now for anybody who's, cool. Maybe they'll be joining us.
For anybody that's cool. Is anybody actually following you on the Periscope? Have you had any success on it?
Don't ask that question.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. I didn't know if you tested the waters before you threw us into the ocean, so.
No.
Okay. No problem.
I didn't really. I'm going to do it through my Periscope right now.
Okay. Well, anyways, the free RSS feed, the free 50 megabytes on podbean.com, okay? And you can set up your own podcast. You can do it with a friend, or you can do it by yourself, or however way you want to do it, it's free. People love free shit. Nobody wants to pay for anything.
That's right.
I barely want to pay for anything.
Nobody wants to.
No, I actually don't want to pay for anything, but you have to. So
Me too.
it's nice to be able to do something like this for free. You could even do a podcast using your phone. I know people that either use the microphone on the phone or buy a really cheap little mic that you can hook up to the phone.
Right.
And then you just record your audio, and then you can just I think you can edit it pretty easily using your phone. Mm-hmm. Then you can put it down, but if you want,
okay.
And then you can just upload it right onto your Podbean account, and then just throw it right on iTunes or whatever, you know.
I don't think I can capture both of us.
Oh no, it's okay. You don't need to capture both of us. Definitely don't capture me. And there goes the phone. I knew it.
Fuck.
Don't you love it? You love it? The element of the phone. No, keep reaching. I want to see you. Good gracious.
Holy shit.
Okay.
What a fucking train wreck.
Poor Brian. Well, if you had some calluses on those fingers, you'd be able to hold on to the fucking thing.
Well, god damn it, it's been a while.
Yeah, just put it on you. Look at that beautiful hair. Jesus Christ.
There we go. Okay.
I feel like you should be cast in the next Leonardo movie or something.
That would be pretty cool.
As the creepy bartender.
As the creepy bartender. Hey guys, you want some drinks?
Hey.
There's just drinking and nothing else.
So if you want to talk about creeps, once again, podbean.com. Check it out. That's where we are. That's where you should go for your free podcasting domain. If you want to pay for one, there's some awesome ones to pay for where you can put video and everything like that. But if you're savvy enough and can get all around that shit, you can make videos and put them on YouTube, which is the way we do it. But you can have your original audio right on podbean.com. So go get some.
And we're on Periscope.
We're on Periscope.
Follow me through @BreezyJams. I play guitar on there sometimes, as in like twice, but maybe more if people actually like me.
Wait a second. Breezy Jams.
Yeah.
That's why. Do you go on often? Because I'm not getting your notifications when you go on.
I should be.
Because I only follow Brian Tracy.
Oh, unless maybe it is Brian Tracy. That's usually what I just call each feed there.
Yeah. Huh.
Shit, I better edit that Facebook post then, because I put Breezy Jams, but they'll find me by Brian.
Oh, man. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, let's go right into something else, because I always forget to do this. The fucking tunes, okay? So what just came out? What just came out, Brian?
Megadeth!
Ooh, my ears.
Sorry, that was too loud.
My ears.
That was a little loud.
Jesus Christ. So, yes, Megadeth came out, and also came out on a Friday. Guess I'd never really paid attention. Don't know why I didn't pay attention before.
What?
That new releases as of June, I think? June or July. They started coming out on Fridays and not Tuesdays. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. You all right? What are you doing?
That's different.
You all right? What are you doing?
So they come out on Fridays? Trying to get this fucking Periscope set back up. This is a pain in the ass.
Woo, Periscope's killing you. So, yes, they come out on Fridays now. They don't come out on Tuesdays. I just never knew that. Like, my whole life, I used to wait for Tuesdays.
I'm so used to Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea, too.
Yeah, they come out on Fridays. So I tried looking into it, and it's, I guess it's a shipping thing. I don't exactly understand it all, but it has to do with some stores not getting all of their shipments on time, and it gets it, and I guess it becomes easier, and it's distributed better,
right?
If you do it on a Friday, and then also, how it used to work was Europe used to get all their CDs the day before the U.S. Do you remember that? So say you...
Yeah, that happens with video games a lot, too, and stuff. And movies. That always gets released on...
A day before?
Off dates.
Yeah.
Maybe not a day before for some things, but all around the world, international releases are always a little different.
Yeah, I guess for music-wise now, they'll come out on the same day. Which is good, and I guess a piece of that was that if they got it a day before, you could listen to the whole album online or even download it.
Yeah.
So it just became easier.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
You were able to, get around the system and have it before it was even released, So whether you were going to download it the day it came out or the day before, doesn't matter if you're somebody who's going to download it anyway.
Pirate.
Pirate, exactly. So, yeah, came out on Friday. New Megadeth called Dystopia.
Dystopia, man.
Because everyone loves the end of the world bullshit now.
That's right. That's all you can do nowadays if you're doing anything. Anything. If you're just doing anything.
Anything.
It has to be post-apocalyptic.
Oh, it does. I'm surprised they didn't call it fucking zombie. Because every stupid thing has everything to do with zombies. People love zombies.
Which is a shame because...
I guess it's not a shame because it's making a ton of fucking money for a bunch of people.
Well, yeah, it just
I just
gets
don't get the whole.
overplayed and it's fucking tired. It's so tired.
I don't understand it. I guess maybe you have to be a fan of like horror movies,
but
or
even that,
horror
you gotta get
comics
bored
or
of
something.
zombies eventually, right?
Oh, I guess not.
Come on, man.
There's a million video games based around zombies. There's a million movies. And even not even scary movies, like comedy movies that still have to do with zombies.
Oh yeah,
It's
everywhere.
I never understood the whole zombie craze.
Make a movie that's zombies and vampires, and you're good.
It's unbelievable. Do they have one that's zombies and vampires?
Probably. I'm sure they do.
Probably.
Twilight Zombies.
Twilight
That'll be
Zombies.
the next Twilight movie. They all died, but they're resurrected as zombies, and it's a war
Wait, what did I see?
between zombie werewolves and zombie vampires.
I
And they
saw,
all love each other too, and have romance, awkward romance with no chemistry.
Hey, I'd watch it. Hey, Brian Tracy's on here. Let's go.
Hey, there it is.
I'd seen on, was it HBO? There's a zombie movie of a zombie who actually has feelings.
Has feelings.
Yes, and has feelings for this girl in the movie, and it's a comedy kind of movie where this zombie tries to convince this girl that he's not out to eat her friggin' brains, and then he tries to help her through, like getting through a certain land or area in the city where there's a lot of zombies and stuff like that.
Oh man,
it's just goofy.
I just can't. Yeah,
it's too goofy.
Yeah, I just can't take that anymore. Sorry, all you zombie fans out there. I'm fucking sick of it.
No, it's okay. You can hate on zombies. I hate on zombies.
All right.
I hated on zombies like a week after 28 Days Later came out. I loved that movie, and that was it. I was all
and
done.
that was it? You were done with it
My
after
zombie
that?
cup was full and just overflowing.
Yeah.
I was all set.
It's just too much. Too many zombs.
Back to Dystopia.
Zombos.
Yeah, so Megadeth came out with Dystopia because...
Holy moly.
Holy Jesus. Because Dave Mustaine is obsessed with conspiracy.
Oh, he loves it. He eats that shit up for breakfast. Conspiracy flakes.
Conspiracy and just the thought of the end of freedom.
Yes, yes.
You know?
He's very patriotic.
Oh, yeah. And I do get what he's talking about, but he takes it to like a blind... he takes it to this real blind Southern Belt religious level.
Well, yeah, because he's like a born-again Christian now, so it's
Oh, yeah.
like...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, when you're an asshole to people almost your whole life, there's got to be something that kicks you in the ass and says, maybe I got to, like, take a left right here.
Yeah.
Even if it's Jesus Christ, it's telling me that I have to take a left.
Yeah. Even if it's Jesus Cristo.
I do like this CD. The thing is, though, if you can tell, his voice shows his age. He's getting a little older,
Yeah, he is getting up there, man. And, we just lost Lemmy, too, right?
Oh, yeah. It's funny
Rest in
because when he passed out, when he passed away.
Oh, my God. He's just passed out this whole time? That'd be pretty crazy.
Oh, my God.
He just got so wasted that he just passed out and everybody thought he was dead.
This kind of goes along with what I was saying was when he died, I don't know what had happened, but I do know what happened. I just got curious. I was like, okay, people love Lemmy. So for a couple nights...
They do love him.
Oh, they love him.
I've never
I
really
know,
been too big into Motorhead.
And I know why. I don't care at all for the music. I still won't buy a CD, I think. But I'll listen to some of it because, I guess I listen to some of the songs, and I was reading some of the lyrics, and he's a good lyricist for some of it. He definitely tells the truth about himself and his situations and stuff, and he writes it in a really good way. You know, he's not just some drunken crazy man.
Right.
And but I think I get the feeling of why people really loved him. He was so honest about everything that he did, even if it kind of went against what people culturally thought you should do, or if it was something moral, or it was like, are you ever going to kind of grow up kind of thing. No, man, he really lived it.
He just owned it, huh?
Oh, he definitely owned it, man. And it was, I watched 3 documentaries a couple nights in a row just about him. The cameras followed him, who he talks to, where he lives, and yeah, man, just his lifestyle. Just he hit the road all the time. He wrote a record every year for I don't even know how many years, like over 2 decades. At least.
Just constantly just churning out content.
Definitely. Every year, man. And it obviously there's a wear and tear on him, but he lived for that lifestyle. He lived for it.
Right.
And he was a nice guy, and he was, to me, maybe it was in his older age, he seemed calm and very genuine, and people loved when he came into the room and stuff. And yeah, he was a fucking drinker like crazy. But what a lot of people would say about him was that you never knew, it was never in your face that he was intoxicated. You never found him drunk or passed out ever. He knew how to hold his liquor.
Exactly.
All of it. So
he
it was
handle it.
Yeah, and I don't know him, but it seemed like he was, he knew how to party, but like he still had like this percentage of gentleman in him while he was partying.
Oh yeah. I'm
sure he's an absolute fucking wild child.
Yeah.
Didn't give a shit about how people thought of him with how he thought about women or anything like that. But at the same time, he still respected people and women in this his own Lemmy way, I guess.
Lemmy style.
And it's what's the word? I don't even know what the fuck it is. But it's honorable, He really he lived hard, he lived loudly in his own way, and I really did understand what this whole Lemmy craze was, because how he lives his life, as extreme as it is, a piece of that people kind of see in them, or that they want to bring out more in them. This idea of like just letting go and saying fuck the authority and fuck all these responsibilities. I'm gonna do what I want, and go for my dreams and things like that. Yeah, and he did it. And he did it all the way to the very end, in such an extreme way.
Yeah, I saw some footage of him pretty close to when he died.
He was on a tour.
And the guy was still, he was still going on stage and trying to play, which is amazing. But the footage I saw of him, he did a song, and you could tell he was so drained, and he was out of it. You can barely hear his voice or anything.
Yeah.
But the guy had the balls to go out there and still try to play. And he did a song and went into another one, and he had to cut it off. And he's like, "I'm sorry, guys. I just can't. I'm too sick."
Oh yeah.
But he still tried,
Oh yeah.
Which is huge.
He went out there with
For
no
a guy
energy.
His age, he just went for it. And you got to respect that.
I 100% respect that. I totally do. And like I said, I get it. I'm a fan of the attitude Lemmy has more than I am of.
Oh yeah.
And maybe the attitude of what Motorhead has, just maybe not so much the music. And maybe at some point I will, but.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably check out some more stuff.
It's
see
definitely
if
just like a fast
again,
rocking punk style thrash, and
yeah, it's like a punky thrash kind of mix. But yeah, we've lost a lot of greats in the past month.
Really quick,
really.
Bowie
Real quick
after him,
Bowie.
right?
Ugh, we lost Bowie.
Snape.
Yeah, that one really got me.
Did it?
Yeah. That's depressing.
Yeah.
I love Alan Rickman.
Well, you never know when people are sick, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not someone who follows the lives of these human beings like they're like godlike.
Yeah.
But some people do, and and even that, even if you are somebody who likes to read the tabloids and all that, sometimes you're able to keep certain parts of your private life secret like that.
Yeah.
Something that's scary.
Yeah.
And I guess he had cancer. I never knew that.
Yeah, he did. I had no idea either. It's just sad. Lost a great actor.
I know, and I'm on a marathon right now for my Harry Potters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them before? Or?
I had seen the first 5, but I was just too stupid to understand the friggin' story.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, really. Absolutely. Yes. Like, okay, so I think it's a little bit of that, and it's also a little bit of... Since
Just
I didn't
not interested, or...
No, since I didn't read the books, when I would get to watch the movie and they were released in the theater, they were so spread out that I wouldn't use the books to either remind myself of the previous story, or the books would kind of more ingrain what's actually going on.
Right, yeah.
I just went by the movies. So
I
they
see.
come so seldomly that you kind of like... The story slowly trickles away, and you're like, shit, you're trying to fill in holes of like, well, what happened here?
What happened in the past, yeah.
Yeah, and
trying to go back.
I would get to the third movie and kind of just let go of some of the story, and I'd just be watching the movie just to watch it. And I'm like, I don't really know why this matters. I don't know why this matters. So I just told myself, like, all right, I'm going to let all of the movies come out, and then at some point, I'm going to really appreciate this story by watching all of these back to back.
Yeah, yeah.
Or at least closer than like every 3 years.
Right.
You know? So,
Nice.
yeah, we're on that. I think I have the Half-Blooded Prince left.
Oh, nice, okay.
Or no, that one is next.
That's the next one, yeah, because that's number 6, I believe.
Is it? So there's 8 movies, right?
Yes, because the final book is split into 2 movies.
Yep.
Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
Yeah, so I'm pumped for that.
Yeah. It's a good series. I read all the books. Watched
Yeah, man,
all
you're
the
lucky.
movies.
I want to do that. I want to read the books.
Yeah, it's fun. Fun series. Yeah, I love Alan Rickman, though. He's great.
Yeah, it was too bad.
I was going to spoil some things, but I won't on you.
No, don't spoil anything.
Because you haven't
on me.
watched all the movies.
No,
so
no, don't spoil it.
no spoilers. Star Wars.
Oh, yes, I still need to see that. I will. I will.
Oh.
I will. Well, here's the thing. The whole Star Wars thing was never my thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you just never were really that into it.
No.
It's a fun movie, though, man. I'll tell you.
I bet it's going to be so fun.
Like, you know how...
Even
You know
the
what you were
originals
saying
were
after
fun.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
I felt the same after this movie.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's just fun.
And
I love
it
fun.
brings back... After the injustice that the prequels did to Star Wars, it's nice to see them return to proper form.
Yeah, what do you
real movie.
Attribute to that?
The prequels?
No, the new film doing so well. Abrams?
Abrams, and not letting Lucas do anything with it. It sucks to say because he was one of the founder of the series, but the guy's fucking daft.
Really?
he just made terrible decisions on all the prequels, and with him gone, it makes a difference. Like they have the right balance of practical effects and old style with CGI and kind of the new flavor of movies.
Yeah.
The story's great. The characters actually have some freaking depth to them besides I'm a guy in robes with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Go to the prequels where it was like, no, we're just going to do all these crazy dance fights and throw Jar Jar Binks in your face so that kids will love it, and there you go.
So is it really not worth watching any of the prequels? That they don't add anything to the story? They don't set up the originals?
They
even
try,
a little better?
They try to set up the originals, but it's just such schlock, man. It's such poorly written garbage. Like, ugh.
The only one I remember was...
All you really need to know is that Anakin becomes Darth Vader, you know? That's what we think of it.
Oh, yeah?
Anakin becomes Darth Vader. That's all you need to know from the prequels.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan had history with him. They were friends, but they don't even sell that enough in the prequels. Like, in the original movies, Obi-Wan looks back at it like, Anakin was a dear friend of mine, and blah, 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 blah. And then in the prequels, all those movies, it's like... And they're never really friends. Anakin's just like bitching about Obi-Wan the whole time. It's like they jumped right to Anakin being just this whiny brat turning over to the dark side.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. And
the love story one, right? With
oh, good God, yeah, the second one.
that wasn't good, right?
Ugh. I don't like sand. It's coarse, and it gets everywhere. Exact line from the movie.
Listen, man, they're trying to get the girls into Star Wars.
I
okay?
mean, even girls have to look at that and go, this is fucking terrible. And then they're like rolling around in a field laughing together. It's such like,
or
it's in such poor taste. Just
or it's wow, I never knew that this is what Star Wars was like. I didn't know so much feeling could be
I had no idea Star
the
Wars
stars.
could suck so fucking bad.
Oh, Brian.
Thanks, George.
You don't see it, do you? You
He
don't see
shits
it.
all over everything he does. You know, that's what happens when you stick him in and don't have anybody to control him. Because he even wanted to do some silly shit with the original movies that would have made him terrible. But then his team reorganized, adjusted, and cut out scenes and stuff.
Really?
And, like, made it a more coherent story. And that's what really made it so good, too, you know? Like, you have to give credit to George for creating the universe and everything, but...
The Genesis.
It wasn't just him making
Yeah.
the originals, too, you know?
So you kind of have to, like, put reins on him.
You got to put reins on him, and once he started doing the prequels, it was just like, he's the master, no one's going to say no to him, everybody's going to... He's surrounded by yes men, and that's what happened. You end up with a... It's just an insult. Just an insult, man. Ugh.
I only remember I was young enough where didn't give a shit about the stories, but I thought the double-sided lightsaber was just the sickest thing you could see.
Well, yeah, and like I liked it because I was like 9 or something like that when it first came out. So I thought that was awesome. And the double-sided lightsaber is a cool idea. It's like pretty badass and intimidating, you know. But then even the Darth Maul though, he showed up in it like twice, and he had like 2 lines. He showed up once and had a little skirmish in the desert, and then
the fight at the end,
they
right?
killed him at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I don't know. And even that fight, it was like there was no... The thing that made the original trilogy so great, too, is like the choreography obviously wasn't insane in the originals.
Yeah, it wasn't
But
over
it
the
was
top.
it was about the characters behind the fight, not so much the action itself.
Yeah.
There was always this tension between the characters, like like Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, they used to be friends. Darth Vader's on the dark side now. There's all this history and like emotion in it. And the Darth Maul fight was just like, hey, you got a red face and a red lightsaber. We know you're a bad guy, so let's fight.
Yeah.
And there's just no substance behind the
then
fight.
they-
that's what creates the tension, you know?
I hear what you're
And
saying.
it was just like
it
just this hollow,
turned into just a real, just choreographed
this
fighting tiger.
hollow glow stick
Or a crouching
fucking
tiger.
lightsaber ecstasy rave bullshit. It's just like
You
you
know,
gotta swing it everywhere and do all these crazy flips and stuff. I'm an acrobat. And
Well, it's funny. Even then, when I first saw the movie, I was like, even when I first saw it, I was like, the double lightsaber seems like something that they would develop after the original. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if that thing is so effective, why wouldn't Darth Vader use that?
Well, there's some mixed history on that. Pretty much I'm not sure if it's canon anymore because they erased like all the books as being part of the real story.
Yeah.
With this new movie, but they've always said that the double-sided lightsaber was mainly used for beginners as training weapons, and that it's supposed to limit your mobility by using it, and so that kind of, I don't know, that once you get to the regular lightsaber,
You're a master.
you're more effective because
Yeah.
you got more mobility, and it was very easy for that double-sided one you could slice yourself really easily.
Oh yeah.
So I think that was part of it. It's like just to train beginners to, not cut themselves with their own lightsaber. But I don't know. That's just one thing I've heard. Yeah.
I don't like it.
Who knows? Maybe in the next new one we'll see a double-sided lightsaber turn up. But I also thought there was too many lightsabers in the prequels.
Oh yeah.
Like it was just like George Lucas thought that the only way he could get people interested is if he injected lightsabers into every single
scene.
fucking thing, and like it ruined the mysticism of it, where it's like this legendary weapon that like shouldn't be showing up
Yeah.
everywhere.
Now
And
it's
it
just-
he was
it's just
like-
a cell phone.
He's just like, here's 500 Jedi and they all have lightsabers, and
Yeah.
somehow they're still gonna have a tough fight. Like what? I don't know. It just
What a bloodbath it would be if that many lightsabers were just going off at once.
yeah, right.
Seriously.
Like, oh yeah, and then you got yeah. There's just so much, man.
Such a
There's
bloodbath.
so much. Yeah.
My God.
There's
right.
so much wrong with those movies. We could do 2 podcasts about everything that's wrong with those.
Oh my God.
prequels.
And we won't. So don't worry.
But we won't. We'll cut it off there. The new movie's great though. Go see it.
I'll go see it.
That's the final message there.
I'll go see it.
But yeah.
Do you think Bernie Sanders has seen Star Wars?
I bet he has.
You bet he has?
I bet he has. I bet he felt it.
Oh, fuck.
The Sanders awakens.
Do you think he has the Force?
Hopefully.
Fucking A.
Someone should do a CGI'd lightsaber fight between him and Donald Trump.
They probably have.
Red and blue.
No lie.
Red and blue, there you go.
I think they might have.
I hope so.
So are you still on the Burn My Eyes train or whatever? Feel the Burn?
Feel the burn? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm still on Bernie's side.
Yeah.
I'm not going to waver from that. He's the right candidate.
Yeah.
He really is. I've
seen so much shit lately.
People are trying to drag him through the mud and paint him as this like evil communist and shit. That's the last thing I heard.
Yeah, I mean it's both sides. I've seen so much of trying to tear him down.
Yeah.
And I've seen so much of just like investing your entire dreams into this guy. You know, I've seen the extreme on both sides.
Because,
I guess I think I like him. I mean, I like what he stands for.
I like everything that he said, man.
For socially, you know, like I feel like, yeah, you know, you just feel like you can say, yeah, you're right.
Like you're right, yeah. Like he wants free community college for everybody. There's
and people's issue is kind of like where is this going to come from? You know, how do you feel like you're going to do this? And that's kind of where I get lost. Where these things that sound great,
that's where he's
too good to be true.
No, that they're easily doable, though. They are.
Yeah.
You just have to cut from corporate welfare, all those extra taxes we pay to corporations, tax the rich a little more.
So do you think
99% of the wealth in this country all goes to 1% of the country?
Yeah.
Or 99% of new wealth that's coming in our economy all goes to one place.
So do you think if they get taxed more, that you don't think that even more money will be going to 1%?
If they get taxed more?
If you get taxed more, all that money's still going to the government, and the government is still going to distribute it in ways that we don't have a choice, right?
Well, yeah, but they're going to distribute it into college programs, free health care for everybody. That's another big thing.
I just don't understand how, if you have and I'm just throwing this out there because I thought I saw this somewhere. I don't understand how you can have a program that's worth $100 billion a year in sectors of the military, where I thought we already had other than I understand that you're not going to get rid of the phenomenon of new technology, making new things. How do we, how are we ahead on the forefront of warfare?
How do we get to Mars to colonize it?
Whatever it is.
That'd be cool.
I get that, but $200 billion, it just seems like you're pouring water on top of a cup that's already full. So how have we not already taken $50 billion and done something else with it? Do you have to pre-designate these new taxes to go to a new program?
Oh, absolutely. There's got to be new legislature that passes and everything to start these programs. That's the thing. That's where senators and Congress comes into play as well. But the first step is having a president that's actually going to fight for that.
Yeah.
And, without that, it's not going to get anywhere, really. I mean, Congress is a whole other animal, too, because it's like they've just been at each other's throats for such a long time. But the reason I'm so for Bernie is because he's a president that I actually genuinely believe is going to fight that fight. Mm-hmm. I don't find Hillary Clinton to be the most genuine politician out there. I mean, that email...
Are you saying that because she's a woman?
No, I am all for a woman president. Just not that one.
I'm not for just voting
so
for
vote for Sarah Palin.
A woman.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Please, don't do that. That was a joke.
Oh, thank God you said that, because people were like, hey, you know what? I think Brian's right.
Hey, he's right.
I'm just going to do what the fuck he says.
He said vote for it, so I better.
And
everybody tries to paint Sanders as being this communist for wanting to redistribute wealth, but the answer to that is wealth is already being redistributed. It's just being distributed in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to the top instead of spreading out.
Yeah.
Everyone always says that, I mean, the whole Reagan thing, trickle-down economics and everything like that. It's clearly not working, man. The middle class is dying. Right? The middle class is dying.
Yeah.
Well, everybody calls Obamacare a socialist program, but it's not quite there. The real program
isn't
that would be
Medicare
considered
a socialist program?
Well, yeah. The main thing, though, the final step we need to make is medical care, free health care for everybody, just free. Like, I
do you know what the single
rather
payer
see
program
Obamacare
is?
just go, you know?
Do you know what the single payer program is?
What's that?
Well, I was genuinely asking you because...
Oh, I thought you were going to elaborate on it.
No, because I've heard this conversation about how they believe that the step that we took with this Affordable Care Act is just hopefully the door to open into...
For more?
For single payer.
Okay.
And I guess single payer is a better program that some countries use. Obviously, the countries that don't do the programs where you get taxed more, but like you don't pay for your health care.
Yeah, exactly.
You get reimbursed for taxi.
I would be totally
rides
fine
to the hospital.
Yeah, I would be totally fine paying a little bit extra tax if it means free health care for everybody, free college for everybody. Like if you want to go to a community college, you could just go. Like, if you look at like Denmark, Sweden and stuff, where they're socialist countries, they have the best quality of living, like, in the world. Like, the top, something like, what is it? Out of the top 5 to 10 highest quality of life, you know, that whatever that rating is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's something like 4 or 5 of them at least are democratic socialist countries.
Yeah.
Like,
do you think population plays a role into
companies.
it too? Do you think because we have such a big population, like the aftermath will be much different in this country than in those countries? I've always wondered that. Where it's like,
we have more people, but I don't see it being that much different. Like,
because I always see these things as like such big social experiments. You know, like you want to do this and you want to do that. Like the wage. You know, everybody wants a higher paying wage.
Right. The fight for 15 or whatever.
So, if we all made 15, it's like, I try to ponder the idea of like, all right.
Well, then everybody else needs raises too.
Yeah. And if we had this for 10 years, what's it going to be like? Or how's the system going to work around this new $15 minimum wage? You know? Yeah. There's always something, it feels like there's always something there to meet you on the other side when you get a benefit in something.
Well, that's the thing. The whole thing with the fight for 15 is what they're saying is costs of living are rising up all around them, but their wages aren't rising up.
Yeah.
So the argument there is that they're just trying to even the playing field out because that other side that you're talking about is already jumped up.
Yeah.
And they're still in the same area. Which, for some jobs, 15 seems like a little much to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know the numbers exactly on the cost of living.
Now,
everywhere it always varies too. But
do you think 15 is too much for certain jobs or for a certain age group?
Well, yeah. There's a lot of factors that
because it's like
take place there.
I can flip burgers, and then that's the example that everyone's using. And these are the companies, or these are the people for these companies that are rallying together and trying to get this done. But it's like, I don't think that flipping burgers should be $15 an hour, but we can't all afford to go and get educated to do something that we want to do for more money.
Right.
So, to try to just live day to day, I'm not going to say $15 is too much for a 36-year-old
kids, that
has an apartment and trying to hold on to some shitty car. You know?
Like that's totally reasonable.
That has kids and wants
to
still be able to afford fucking cable or watch fucking
do something,
Daredevil,
do something with themselves.
Fuck kind of relief they can get,
Yeah, but whereas like I don't know, some teenager that's going into college, probably doesn't need it as much because they probably already, I don't know.
Well, and that's
It
why I
depends.
ask. I mean, is it an age thing, or is it, or or should it be like certain occupations are only worth this much? It's like, okay, well, we get that they're only worth this much, but there aren't a lot of jobs that pay decently that don't require a college degree.
Right.
And not everyone wants to go to college.
And college is
what if you want to
expensive.
What if you just want to make money?
Yeah.
What if you are actually good at retail work?
Well, in the current system, the answer to that is
you can't stay there.
The
Yeah.
answer to that is you can't.
I
make
like
more
this
money.
job. Oh well, if you want to make more money, you can't stay here. Well, I do a good job at it. Well, it's still too bad.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now, that's the current answer, and that's what it's all about. Is just opening up options for people.
Yeah. Because because like you said, then you have to scale everything so that people that do have certain types of degrees or certain types of training, do their jobs need to go up?
Yes. Yeah.
You
Their jobs. I think their jobs would have to go up to some extent. To make up for that.
Yeah.
But once again, like the main jobs that are actually affected by it are people that probably could use more money anyways, like the upper middle class, and the middle class itself. It's just dying out. Lower middle is
Yeah, man. life is
essentially
fucking
poor
hard.
now. Like
Oh, totally.
like the only people who continue to grow and thrive are those guys way up at the top there.
Oh yeah, I know
And-
guys that have started businesses and seem to do well, but man, they are just it's an all day struggle. And,
Small business owners, yeah.
and
yeah.
it's not even like shops; it's like heavy intensive. Like I know guys that
Yeah.
own tree cutting companies, painting companies.
Yeah, all
they
that
own them,
stuff,
but they're
like-
there next to their workers, working all fucking day.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean you can choose to do that. I just don't understand. Like it seems like it takes so much more to try to start something yourself that
It does.
that
and-
isn't some magical spark into the into the culture where it's
Yeah.
like, oh man, I landed like the most perfect idea, and it's this idea's this going to be this thing that essentially everyone needs, so like they take off and you make a ton of money
Well,
off of
yeah,
it,
it's
you know?
guys like that. They need the help too, and those
Yeah.
are like more the middle class to upper middle class, I'd say, and they're struggling just as much too, And on top of that, they don't have, because of where they are, they don't have access to stuff like food stamps and Medicare, all that shit. And it's just as hard for them. So with that fight for 15, I mean, I think the minimum wage should be at least a little bit higher. And as far as those guys go, yeah, bring them up more too. If the wealth is spreading around to everybody like that on the lower end of things in the middle class, then everybody will be getting along just fine. All the other middle class people that are hiring these guys can pay them more because they're getting more themselves, and
Well,
the lower class is getting paid more. Like,
do you think things will go up? Do you think things like, if we oh shit, running out of time.
oh, it's already out of time. What?
Too many social issues going on.
You fucking socialist pigs! You're gonna ruin our country.
Hold on to that piggy
Oh.
socialist thought.
Democratic socialism.
Oh, there it is.
The
It's
next,
the end.
He's the next Hitler.
Dystopia.
We'll be in a dystopia if we elect a socialist.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we did it.
We
Episode
did it.
24.
Episode 24. Yowza.
It's good to see you, buddy. It's good
Yeah.
to see you.
Good to get another one in finally.
Oh, always, of course. We got to be more consistent with this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Momentum Underground Podcast.
Yay.
We love you.
I don't think
I
we had
love
any
everything.
visitors on Periscope, but hey, thanks for listening.
Yeah,
either
follow
way.
Brian before he fucking jumps off a cliff because
It's really...
tired of hearing this Periscope shit.
It hurts. It hurts.
You hurt.
Oh.
Love you.